Hello, English students. How are you? Yes, it's another English class brought to you by the best place on the internet to learn a second language. It's verbling.com, of course, where we have native-speaking English teachers ready and willing to help you develop and improve your English 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's incredible. And you can interact with us on a personal level. And so please, for instance, my Facebook page is available. So please just come to my Facebook page, post an idea, a specific idea about a topic, something that's interesting for you, something that you find motivating, and I will create a class based on that information. It's that easy. All right, and so this hour we have another story from the amazingly successful series of books called Chicken Soup for the Soul. Now, these books are, well, they're different because they are collections of stories. These stories are true life stories, written by the people who experienced them. And these stories are meant to inspire, to motivate, to help other people who may be in a similar situation. And now the story that we're going to read this hour is a little bit advanced, and it involves some humor. I hope that you find this story funny because it is the story that a mother is telling about one of her children, one of her little boys, who is extremely honest and instantly tells the truth about everything, even though it's very embarrassing and actually quite rude to tell the truth. And so, great, we've got some people joining, and thanks to Luis, we have the link, the direct link to the document that you need to download. So please, everyone, if you could download the document so that you can open it on your computer, so when it's your turn to read, you'll be able to see the text clearly. And right now we have a beautifully quiet classroom, everybody with their microphones muted and turned off. Thank you so much. All right, and so let's get started with our question this hour, and I'm going to put them, I have 3 questions, and so you can answer 1, 2, or 3 if you want. Or you can make your own statement. There are no rules with practicing communication in English. And so here are the questions. Do you know anyone who is too honest and direct? How do you teach a child to lie, essentially, in quotation marks, to lie, when it would be rude to tell the truth? And did you ever say something that embarrassed somebody in your, and I meant to put there, in your family when you were little? Sorry, there's a typo there. So I'd like to start, I'm trying to start from the other end of the class, and so I would like to say hello to Victoria. Hello, Victoria, are you there? Now, your sound is very poor quality. I'm sorry, could you try to say that again? I'm sorry, we really cannot hear you at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to you later, and hopefully your connection or microphone will be better. We really cannot hear you at all. I'm sorry. I'm going to go to Mina. Hello.
Hey, teacher Geoff.
Nice to see you again. Welcome. please tell the group where you are connecting from. And do you see the questions that I put in the chat box?
Yes, I'm from Egypt and I can see your question.
Yeah, and so I wanted to read the corrected question to make sure I did it correctly. I'm not very good at doing two things at once. Did you ever say something that embarrassed someone in your family when you were little? Okay, so that's one of the three questions. Go ahead with your comment.
Me?
Yes, please, Mina, go ahead. When is it wrong to be honest? When should you lie?
Sorry, I didn't get
Yeah.
it. Should
Oh,
I
okay.
answer this?
No, but what I'll do is I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you. Take a look at the
Okay, sorry.
questions in the chat box. No problem. No problem. Luis.
Yes, when I was child, I didn't remember, but I was thinking here as a doctor, sometimes we have to lie for the patient, but we have to tell the truth for the family.
Okay. You have to
So
lie to the patients.
to
Okay.
the patient, but talk seriously uh, with the family. So sometimes help the patient keep your hope and your
There.
view and your uh, their view.
Maintain their hope and.
Yes,
Yeah.
maintain the hopes, something like that.
Yeah. Has a patient ever said, "Tell me the truth," and then when you told them the truth, they said, "I don't want to hear that."
Yes, it's my duty tell the truth for the patient, but in
To the
some
patient.
situation to the patient.
Yeah.
But some situation we can tell to the family, to the son,
Oh,
to
I see.
his son,
Okay. So,
to his father. Yes.
okay. So, sorry, I didn't understand you. I understood the opposite. So, you need to tell the truth to the patient always.
No,
Or, oh,
no.
yeah. Okay.
My duty is tell the truth for the patient. But some situations,
Right.
I can not say the truth for
Yeah.
him
Okay.
and say the truth for the family. Okay.
Okay. Good. Thank you. All right. Difficult situation. Good example, though. Thank you. And Julissa, hello. How are you?
Hi, hello, yes, hello everyone. What's the question? I'm late.
Yeah. So no, it's okay. I put them in the Verbling chat box, and
Okay.
so I can come back to you. But we're talking about when is it correct to lie, and how do you teach children to essentially lie, because to tell the truth would be rude, or it would hurt someone's feelings, or yeah. All right. I'll come back to you. Gasan.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Nice to have you in the class. So, what's your take on being honest?
Well, you know, I
And just sorry, if you can turn up your volume a little bit, please.
Oh, it's turned on. I don't know. It's better now?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. It's the middle of the night, so I'm trying to not wake up anyone else.
Yeah, right.
Yes, so I think, being honest would make people, upset, and you lose friends. But I think you lose them someday anyways, because
Okay.
they probably do something or they say something. So I think being honest is sometimes good, um, unless it's you have another angle. So you shouldn't be honest because you have something you want, or some more than just making friendship. And
Right.
for children, I think you can't teach them by saying to them that this is not right or that's right.
Hmm.
But they watching you normally, they watching the adults, and they will learn by themselves.
Yeah, of course. Okay, great. Well said. Well said. So you're thinking being honest is pays off in the long run. Maybe in the short term, it may cause some problems, but in the long run, it always pays off to be honest. I like that. MJ, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
Welcome. Where are you connecting from?
I'm from Germany.
Oh, good. Okay, welcome. And so what do you think of the questions, the introductory questions?
Yeah, I also have my problems with being honest to others,
Okay.
especially to friends. It has always been quite difficult for me to, yeah, to be honest to someone if I know that being honest to them in that situation would hurt them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know some situations like what comes to my mind almost instantly is when someone is not taking care of his hygiene, for example.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and so you don't want to tell them that they have, well, we say in English BO, which is body odor or bad breath. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that has always been difficult for me to say that to someone, and I was never sure. Yeah, I'm always when I'm in this situation, I always think, how can I say it in a polite way? You know,
Yeah. Or
really.
you're hinting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and trying to get them to realize it themselves. Good, great example. I put the expression, and I like it in English, it's cruel to be kind. So I want to sort of separate the idea of saying something that actually hurts someone. I think that most people know with those situations. Or there are other situations where it is essentially cruel to be kind, where you want to say something nice, but really you should be telling that person the truth to help them. And so it may hurt them a little bit emotionally, but it will help them in something more important. So that's an expression that we use quite often. You'll hear it in a song too. Antonio, welcome.
Welcome, Geoff. How are you?
Good, fine. And so what do you think about those kinds of social situations and specifically the situation with children naturally being so honest?
Yeah, I have a daughter with 6 years.
Okay,
Um,
she is six
I
years old. Hmm.
is 6 years old. Yes. I live this every day.
Okay, right. And
Yes,
so, mhm,
it's normal.
of course,
I
yeah,
think I think was when I was a child. I do it too. So
yeah, okay. And
you
she's,
had to explain. You had to explain to learn the social uh, costumes. I mean,
yeah, and we often say social skills, absolutely. And great, thank you. Is that her? Oh no, maybe that's someone else.
no.
Okay. And so I'm going to move on to Ahmed. Welcome.
Uh, are you? Yeah.
I'm fine. Ahmed.
Yeah. Okay. I have a friend of mine. He's very honest and direct. And he's a bit how to say in English. I mean, he might judge
Okay.
before he just make sure or ask he's supposed to.
Right. He's
Yeah.
quick. He's quick to judge people.
Yeah, that's a problem
Okay.
with him.
Mhm.
Yeah. That make him maybe go in trouble always. That's a problem. But I still like him.
Right. Okay. Oh, and obviously you get used to people.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So it's
All right.
okay.
Oh, great. Excellent. And good. And so, it takes all kinds. And so I'd like to check with Victoria again. Victoria, is your microphone working? Okay, we don't hear you at all, Victoria. Mina, are you ready? We're looking forward
Yes.
to your comment. Go ahead, please.
Well, maybe if I have a friend who's overweight,
Hmm?
and he's so touchy or something like this, and I want to help him, but I can't be so honest.
Right. Uh, and
I
so
have to
you
remain
avoid the
believing.
subject, or you kind of soften everything that you say?
I just made maneuvers trying to convince him in
Yeah.
direct way, but
Oh,
using
good.
indirect ways.
No, no, that's great. To convince someone sort of indirectly. Okay,
Yes.
excellent. Great, thank you. And let me see, let's go to Jose Enrique. Welcome.
Hi everyone, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
please
hi everyone.
tell us where you're connecting from and what's your opinion.
I'm from Peru. Uh, I always, in my case, I always remember when I was a kid, my aunt and my mother, talking about girls' period or something. And I asked to when next day I go into the kindergarten or the elementary school, and I see my teacher about that. And then my teacher, she doesn't know how to explain me that part. And then she calls to my mom, and my mom said, "You never talk about these topics because it's only for girls, things like that."
Yeah,
I
okay.
remember that part.
Oh, yeah, good. And how did you feel? Were you kind of embarrassed or surprised, or you just said, "Oh,
I
okay."
right now it's funny for me because I was a kid, but
Right.
in the present at this moment, I have two nephews, nieces, I think, girls. My
The
nieces is good.
nieces are girls,
Nieces,
nephews
girls,
are
yeah.
boys. Hmm.
Well, yeah, I have two nieces and one nephew. All they are very very honest when they are angry or they are happy with my
Okay.
sister or with me. They say everything. You need to be. I need to be very very cautious when I talk about different kind of topics
Oh, oh, yeah.
because
Okay.
yeah, that's
They
why
will repeat what you're
you
saying.
repeat everything. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for your comments. That's absolutely a perfect introduction to our story. And so I'd like to bring it up on the share screen. And so here we go. And so I hope that people have taken the time to download the document in case the share screen is a little unclear. And I'd like to go to Tiago. Could you please start reading the story for us? Where are you connecting from?
I'm from Brazil.
Okay, great. So could
Right.
you please read our title, the title of the book?
From kitchen soup for the soul, parenthood. That's it.
Yeah, please continue.
Sorry, I still don't download the file. Where can I take it?
Yeah. Now, some people have put the link in the chat box, but then you can find with all of the teachers, many of the teachers post or upload information, documents. And
I
so,
found it.
yeah, where you find the information about the class, you'll find the link to the document.
Okay, I found it. So, Kindergarten Exposed
Yeah.
by Mimi Greenwood tonight. Children seldom misquote you. In fact, they usually repeat word for word what you shouldn't have said. Author
Okay.
unknown.
All right, and now again, these quotations are for native speakers, and so I'm hoping people understood that. It's funny. It's funny. And just this is a French word, expose, I guess is what we say. And that means like an investigation that exposes everything and shows everything. And so what's funny about the quotation? This is difficult. Yes, and kindergarten is a German word. Mm-hmm. So please, anyone? So the first statement is normal. Children seldom misquote you. So that means they not very often do they say something incorrect. They usually tell people what you said correctly. And then, in
Yeah,
fact, yeah,
and sometimes what they say are the things that we as adults we shouldn't say.
Right,
or
and
maybe
that
rude things, or
in this particular situation shouldn't have.
maybe something rude or something too direct to someone.
Correct. Yes, yes, absolutely. Now, what you said was perfect. They repeat what we should not say, but this is very specific. They are going to repeat what you shouldn't have said. Do you understand the grammar there? You did say it, and they repeated it. And they repeated it correctly, word for word, but you shouldn't have said it. Yes?
Every single word has been recorded.
Yeah, right. And it was something that you shouldn't have said. You did say it, but it was not a good idea. You
Yeah.
should not have said it. So
Yeah.
that's what kids are great at.
Yeah,
They'll-
sometimes
yeah.
we say something unintentionally.
Right.
That's the problem.
And they pick up on that, which they notice that, and that was interesting. I'm going to repeat that. Okay, great. And so, Thiago, could you please read the paragraph for us?
Okay.
And just if everyone else could please keep their microphones muted. I'm hearing some background noise. So if everyone please could keep their microphones muted. Go ahead, Thiago.
Okay. I've heard the FBI holds extensive files on every American citizen. The good, the bad, and the ugly. As the mother of a chatty, never met a stranger, 5 years old, about to start kindergarten. My concerns are much more immediate. To be perfectly honest, I am
Petrified.
petrified to think what and how much my son's kindergarten teacher is about to learn about me and mine.
Okay, now this is an important paragraph because it begins our story. And I'm just going to ask you to mute your microphone. Just I'm still looking for a lot of background noise, so if everyone please could turn off their microphone. And so what is this woman saying? Anybody? Some statements?
Yeah, I think
Yes, Elson?
she says that she's. You mean that word that you changed the color? Just that one?
No, sorry.
Oh, the whole thing,
Anything that she's saying. And again, what I'm trying to focus on is, do you understand the story? And again, I'm trying to help you with the humor and sarcasm and yeah.
Yes. So she says that American government, they watch everything. So all your moves, what kind,
Right.
if you and the quit, she quits the bad, the good, the bad, and the ugly film, the movie.
Yes.
Which I think a Western movie, a famous movie.
Right.
There is 2-3 persons. So if you are a good person or bad person, whatever you are, they watch you.
Yeah.
And now
Okay.
that she has a child, goes to the kindergarten, and he's the kind of child who speaks a lot, outspoken. So she is afraid that the teachers or the nurse or whatever they have in the kindergarten, they probably pick up a lot of what he says. They listen to him, and they would know probably a lot about her, and she doesn't want that.
Yeah, they are going to find out everything about her. And she's not scared, she's petrified, which means she is, I'm just going to turn she's petrified, so she's frozen. So she's, and who is she comparing the FBI to?
The teacher.
No, sorry. But thank you so much. But no, her child, because she's saying, well, you know what? I've heard that the FBI knows everything about everybody, okay? But my chatty 5-year-old, he knows everything about me. And the problem is, he tells everybody that. So it's the combination of this little boy knows everything about her, the good, the bad, the ugly. And she knows that he's going to tell everybody about it because he's chatty, he talks all the time, and this is an expression in English. What does it mean if you describe someone, he's a never met a stranger 5-year-old? What does that mean? And I do understand this is advanced, but it's good stuff. And you guys have a good level. Yes, now he's a 5-year-old boy.
5 years.
Yeah, but what does this never met a stranger mean?
Means all people are friends.
Yes, exactly. So he does not see people as strangers. He walks up to someone he doesn't know and he starts telling them the most personal information about the family. So he just doesn't think of people as being strangers. All right? So that's the idea. That's the idea. So she's terrified that she needs to send her son to kindergarten. We don't really pronounce the T. Kindergarten. And she's terrified that every teacher is going to find out about her. And again, just if I can ask everyone to please keep their microphones muted. The Google technology does not allow you to hear the sound coming from your microphone. So we do.
Yeah,
and so, Jose Enrique, I'm sorry, but you need to keep your microphone turned off for us, please. Okay, thank you. And so let's go with Luis, the next paragraph, please.
Okay. My first 3 kids were a little on the quiet side, apt to speak only when they were spoken to. But my later in life child, Jonah, would talk to a post. The teacher seems like a nice enough lady, but I know my son, and I can't shake the image for her escorting him into the teacher's lounge one day, instructing him to go ahead, tell the other teachers what you were just telling me about your mommy. I shudder at the possibility.
Okay, great. And so here's a picture of a teacher's lounge, a typical elementary school teacher's lounge, the place where the teachers relax. All right, and did we understand that? Now, how many children does she have?
3 kids.
4.
3.
Yeah, it's 4, I guess, because she talks about her first 3 kids. And then, who's this little boy?
The last one.
Yeah, now, and even late in life, so it seems like he is a child that she had when she was older, maybe well after the other children. Okay, so they were a little on the quiet side, the first 3 kids. But this kid, Jonah, he would talk to a post. Do you understand that expression? This is a joke, and it's quite funny. A post meaning a pole that's made out of wood or metal, right? So he would have a conversation with a post, and she is terrified that the teacher is going to ask the son to report to the other teachers what his mother was doing to him or whatever. Okay, so I hope that people understand that it's quite a funny situation. All right, so let's move on. Julissa, could you read this for us, please?
Yes. It's not like there's anything that you see in our family closet or family tree, for that matter. I'm just worried about the way it might come out of Jonah's mouth. Guess what? We got to have cupcakes for breakfast because mom's on deadline. Eggs, milk, flour, aren't those breakfast foods? Or, it's the thing you serve punch with. Plus, Mama uses it to scoop dead fish out of the fish tank.
Okay, and now let me help you out with this because I know this is difficult. Here are cupcakes, and in the United States, a mother who gives her children cupcakes for breakfast would be thought of as being an irresponsible parent. And just because they're made with flour and eggs doesn't mean they're a nutritious breakfast. And this is what they're talking about, a ladle. And so it's used to serve punch, which is juice, a drink at a party. But then mom also uses it to scoop dead fish out of the fish tank. Okay, so how are we doing? And I wanted to go over juicy. What did she mean by this? And what does she mean by the closet?
Yeah, I think juicy means, too. Here she means too much. It's like a juicy food. Probably it's like yummy.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it says there is nothing yummy really in our life, nothing that other people could be interesting in, nothing messy.
Exactly. So this is secrets or gossip. So in English, it's very common to use the expression, do you have any juicy gossip? Right.
Yes. And the
All right.
family closet is obvious.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the place where you hide secrets is the closet, I guess. Yeah. Or the family tree. So a relative that's doing something scandalous or embarrassing. All right, great. So there's no real secret information. It's just she's worried about the way it might come out of his mouth. He seems to be able to say things in a way that makes them sound worse than they are. Like, because you're running out of time, giving your kids cupcakes for breakfast. Well, yeah, he just makes things sound extra bad. All right, let's move on. And again, people can ask questions, please. We have lots of time to read this, so if you have any questions, please share them with us. Jose Enrique, could you read this for us, please?
Yes. That's actually meal for Jonah. This is the child who told the lady at the battlefield as she was unfolding her ballpark chair. Don't you think we're a little fat for that? And after a half dozen lectures about not making such comments, hollered to me across a crowded church hall. Don't worry, Mom. I'm not going to ask you why he's so fat until we get in the car. My fears are not unfounded.
Okay. Now I'm laughing because this is quite funny. And again, remember, be very careful with the word fat in English. I don't recommend any of you use it, unless you're talking about food. Okay?
Yeah.
So it's very, very offensive. Sorry, I'm just going to mute your microphone, Jose Enrique. We've got some sound coming from it. Just if you can turn it on and off each time you speak. And so what did he do? So what did the boy do? That embarrassed her? Now somebody jump in here. This is your chance to practice your English.
The boy
He said,
call someone by fat.
Yeah. Well, and then he sort of he innocently asked the person, don't you think you're a little fat for that, to sit on a folding chair? I've got a couple of pictures here. So here's a folding chair. This is quite luxurious. And here, this might be a folding chair for somebody who's really heavy or for two people. But and then what did she say to him after he said that? They were at the baseball stadium, at the ballpark.
then the mother told him that he shouldn't say this kind of things, but she is still worried that he could say it again.
Yeah, okay. And so she said to him, she gave him some lectures about not to make such comments, okay? And then what did he do?
At the church, he said, don't worry, I'm not going to say anything, but he said that he will ask her mom about why a person is fat at home.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, or until they got in the car. But the problem is, He hollered that. So that means to yell. And so he yelled it out loud across a crowded church hall, so a crowded room. He yelled across to her, "Hey, Mom, don't worry. I'm not going to ask you why he's so fat until we get back to the car." So
Now I understand.
he totally embarrassed her again. All right. And so she is afraid for a reason. Okay. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Okay. And here we go. All right, so these are good. So we're going to have to work through these. They're pretty funny. So, Gasson, here are some examples of things he says.
Okay. What John thinks, John says. And I'm not being paranoid when I imagine his teacher will be hearing things like, "Here, this is for you. Aunt Gail gave it to Mommy, but she didn't like it. Then Mom said she would kill the next person who left dirty dishes in her office." It's a figure of speech.
Yeah.
Mommy thinks Daddy's made out of money, and Daddy thinks Mommy was born to wait on him. But that's what Mommy called the man in the truck who honked at her.
Okay, and so let's try and work through these. And so what's the first situation where the little boy says to the teacher, "Here," as he gives her a present, "This is for you. Aunt Gail gave it to Mommy, but she didn't like it."
Yeah, she exposing her secret that she didn't like it actually. So it's not a good thing, you know.
Yeah, all right. Now, we got to work that a little bit, though. So the boy, this must be Teacher's Day, or maybe it's the teacher's birthday. So the boy is giving the teacher a present.
Oh, yes,
But,
yes.
okay, and he's explaining to the teacher, "Oh, this present's for you. Aunt Gail gave it to my mom, but my mom didn't like it. So she decided to give it to you."
Now it's worse. You know, I thought he just gave it. It's not a present. Now that it's a present, so it's much worse.
Yeah, this is called re-gifting something.
Yeah, we're doing that all the time.
Okay, so when you receive something you don't like, you give it to someone else, but it's one of those things you keep a secret. All right, and then just, repeating to the teacher that the mother said that she'd kill, and you've got to say it with a loud voice, she'd kill the next person who left dirty dishes in her office. How about the next one? The two expressions, to be made out of money and someone who was born to wait on him.
Yeah.
Anybody? Or Gasson, if you want to go ahead.
Okay.
Mommy thinks Dad is made out of money, and Daddy thinks Mommy was born to wait on him. So I think the next, the second part of it, it says Mommy was born to wait, meaning she actually made for him. She's supposed to wait,
serve.
meaning serve him. Yeah. So
Yes,
she's,
right.
She's
Yeah.
the one who has to serve him, and she born for that job.
Yeah,
Okay?
right, okay.
And,
So
yeah.
obviously that's something that the mum shouldn't have said.
Yes. No,
Oh,
that Daddy
yeah,
shouldn't.
okay.
Yeah.
No, probably mum was saying that. Yeah.
So,
And
but
then-
Daddy
but then-
shouldn't think like
Yeah.
this.
Right, okay. But probably the mum said that.
Yes.
And that your father thinks I was just born to wait on him. And then this first statement that I'm going to highlight
yes.
in green, that's probably something Dad said.
Yeah, so
that-
Mommy thinks. No,
Yeah,
it thinks,
I'm
again,
made
Mommy
out of money.
thinks- Yeah.
What's the meaning?
Yeah, what does it mean? Someone? To be made out of money?
Yeah.
Thinks
Yes. What's the
Daddy,
meaning?
Daddy's made out of money. He doesn't
That-
have. He made, but they made him by money. I don't know. He's
Yeah,
money.
sorry. No, it just means that the only reason why you exist is to give money to other people. And it's just like you have a limitless
Oh.
supply of money. So
Yes.
obviously the father said something to the boy saying, your mom thinks I'm made of money. Or when the boy asks, hey, Dad, can I have some money? What do you think? I'm made of money?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. And
we
then,
saying
yeah.
we have
All right.
we here we saying what you think I am sitting on a treasure
Okay. Oh, good. All right.
or
Yeah,
I
that sounds
find a
good.
treasure.
Yeah. What do you think? I found a treasure? Yeah, good. And then in the last one, what did the little boy do in class? Anybody there?
Yes,
Now let's get, yes, go ahead, please. Hello, welcome.
thank you.
What is your name? Is it really Bow
Eh,
Wow?
no, you can't call
Yeah.
me Bow Wow.
Okay, good, fine. Do
You're
you
welcome.
understand what the little boy did before the last comment?
No, a little bit.
Okay, all right, great. Uh, anyone?
Yeah,
Yes? Oh, sorry, but I'm asking if someone can answer the last statement.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, it might be.
Ahmad?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but might be. Her mom cares or said something bad, maybe,
Yes,
to the one
exactly.
who hung at her.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what did the little boy do?
Maybe the boy repeat it, and
Yes.
lady
Okay.
maybe asked him not to say it. So he said, "But that's what mommy called the
Okay.
man."
Just what you said, that was perfect. But I'm just going to repeat it. So the boy used a bad word in class. He called
Yeah,
somebody a bad name.
yeah,
And then the
maybe.
teacher said, hey, you shouldn't say that. And then he said, yeah, but that's what mommy called the man in the truck who honked at her. So, okay, so great. This is good stuff, like I say. This is good stuff.
Yeah.
I know humor is very difficult to understand, but this is good stuff. All right, so let's keep going. And Bow Wow, could you please read these ones for us?
Okay. I don't have to go the bathroom when we were stuck in a traffic jam. I just used a office cup. Hello?
Yes, please continue. We can hear you.
Okay, once I left him do that once. If you open the bathroom door in a restaurant when my mom's on the toilet, she'll slam it on your arm. Ma- Mom said it was okay to eat my hot dog. After we cut off the part the cat licked, my mom said you are not spring chicken. What does that mean?
Okay, good. And just the pronunciation of licked.
Yeah, I'm
Licked.
sorry.
No,
I
no,
have a
there's no
bad
problem.
pronunciation.
No, your pronunciation is fine. Just
Thank you.
some few words.
Thank
And
you.
so, all right. So let's work through this. Often, when children arrive at school, the teacher asks them, "Hello, good morning. Do you have to go to the bathroom?" And so he says, "No." Why doesn't he have to go to the bathroom? Why doesn't he have to go pee?
Probably because he pee when he was in the car.
Yes, in an old coffee cup.
Yes.
Okay, right. And then she's saying she only let him do that once, but yeah, once is enough. All right. And so how about the last one? It's just, oh, sorry, the second one is very funny. It makes me laugh. And so obviously he opened the door on her at a restaurant when she was in the bathroom. She went to close the door, but it closed on the little boy's arm. And so it was obviously an accident, but he makes it sound like she slams the door with force on his arm all the time. Okay? And what happened with number 3? Anyone? This is your chance. I remember I'm here to help you. So what do you think happened in number 3?
Yeah, a cat licked the hot dog of the child, and
Yes.
and the mom said, "Yeah, it's okay, you can eat it," but they cut it, the part that the cat licked.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it just makes her sound irresponsible to let her
Yeah,
child continue eating a hot dog that a cat had licked. But, to cut the part off is okay. But, and then, do you know the expression, no spring chicken? Here it is. This is, I'm no spring chicken, but I'm still kicking. So what does this mean?
Maybe not young anymore.
Correct. Yeah, it means to be old. It's a nice way of saying that someone's old. So what did the little boy do? In this one here, what did the little boy do?
Maybe he asked uh, his teacher
Yeah, who
whether.
I guess in this situation is old.
Mhm.
And so he says, "My mom says you're no spring chicken. What does that mean?" Embarrassing. Yes? No? All right,
What
this is good stuff.
what
Sorry?
means what means this expression?
Yeah. No spring chicken means that someone is old, and it's often used for women.
Mhm.
And so he's gone up to the teacher and asked the teacher, who in this case is old, she's older, and saying, my mom said that you were no spring chicken. What does that mean? So he's telling the teacher that his mom called the teacher old. All right.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's keep going, and we've got one more here. I'm going to go to Antonio. Could you read this one for us, please? It starts with mum couldn't. You need to turn on your microphone, Antonio.
Sorry. Mom couldn't find her running shorts because they were under that gigantic pile in the laundry room.
Gigantic.
Gigantic pile in the laundry room. I wouldn't exactly call it gigantic.
Okay, and that's just, again, typical North American mothers who leave a big pile of dirty clothing. That's, it's not looked at as good. All right, and please continue, Antonio. Could you finish our story for us, please?
My strategy with this kindergarten teacher will be the same as with the three before her. Ply
Why?
her
Yes.
with baked goods and flowers from the yard, pamper her at Christmas and teacher appreciation time, extol her virtues to the principal, and
Beyond?
beyond hope she has her own little mood at home and understands to take anything Hannah says with a grain of salt, really.
Okay, great. So there's some good advanced grammar here. Just first of all, his name is Jonah. That's how we pronounce it anyways in English. I think that's
Jonah.
the standard English pronunciation, Jonah. And so what is she going to do? And what is she hoping?
She's going to trade to to do the best with the teachers.
Yes, to treat her really well, right?
Yes, to
To
treat.
ply someone means to gain their favor, to win them over.
Uh-huh. So the teacher don't see like a monster.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And she wants to have the teacher on her side.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else? Participation from everybody. What's a blabbermouth? Who's the principal?
The principal is the director or something like that.
Yeah, the director of the school. And
The
so
school,
she's
yes.
going to talk about how wonderful the teacher is to the principal. She's going to ply her and pamper her with lots of gifts and presents, baked goods and fresh cut flowers, etc. And she hopes, beyond hope, that the teacher has her own little child who is a blabbermouth, which means a person who talks all the time and tells secrets all the time at home, and understands to not take everything Jonah says seriously. To take something with a grain of salt means not to take something seriously. Okay. All right. And so that's it.
Basically, she bribed the teacher.
Yeah, well, yeah, sure. To ply and pamper means to sort of win the person over and have them, make them like you, and this kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah. So great job. All right, and so I'd like to get some comments from people, and so Ahmed, do you have a comment about the story?
Yeah. Usually we need to uh, to choose our words the time
Okay.
yeah we are talking, especially if we have little children or something around. Yeah, because we know they are they're acting like they can replay what we have said already perfectly accurately.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
with the pronunciation and everything. Yeah.
Intonation, everything.
I think that has to do with language learning as well. That kids are so good at learning languages. I'm going to go back to. Sorry. But I'm going to get a comment from Tiago. Tiago? Do you have a comment? Any kind of comment to practice your English? Did you enjoy the story?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I think the story tells how the man treats the teacher. She thinks that the teacher is knowing some things about her that she don't want, some secrets.
That's right, exactly. That the teacher is going to find out.
All right.
At the point in the story, the little boy has not gone to school yet, but she's afraid of what will happen. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, good. Excellent. Great. And hello, Robson. No, well, he's gone. Sort of a mysterious student. Luis, a comment from you, please.
Yes, it's impressive how the child can to observe your parents and see for them as a guide. So I think it's a great responsible for the parents.
Responsibility.
To give a responsibility, because it's in this age that's important to change the bad behaviors that the child could be.
Yeah, absolutely.
If all people had this responsibility with our children, maybe our world would be better.
Yeah, many people say that, by the time a child is 7 or 8 years old, it's too late. Now, I don't necessarily believe that, but it's how important those early years are. We have an expression, they're like little sponges. Kids are like little sponges, absorbing everything. Julissa?
Yes.
Well, it was funny, and it reminds me a little bit of my cousin's child. He was a little like that before. When we meet together, and when he didn't like the food, for example, that my mom prepared or something like that, he said to his mom, "No, I don't want that. Can I have a chicken or something like that?" And it was embarrassing, but we understood, and now he's growing and changing. Yeah.
Good, great, excellent. Jose Enrique, a comment from you, please.
It's the same that I say that first. When I start the conversation, I need to be more cautious, when I'm talking different kind of things in front of the kids, because they are talking with anybody, especially with the teachers at the store, or they are friends or different kind of people. And it's embarrassing for us when they, trying to talk about our secrets or, or different kind of things that happens inside home.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, those things that happen at home. Great. Gossen?
I remember this story years ago. We had a relative. They had a boy 1 or 2 years, and he had young uncles, like 10 years or something. So they were fighting and stuff like that. 2 uncles. So, and he was 1 or 1.5 or 2. So whatever they say to him, it's bad. They never say a good thing to him. Like they say, so he learned that everything is bad. Whatever they say, you have to say it's you. And they were calling him donkey. He was, no, it's you. They're calling him you are bad. He said it's you are bad. So when he was in our house, and there was an older woman, she was another relative. She was in our house too, and they told him, "Oh, how cute you are." He said, "No, you are cute." And they said, "Oh, how good you are." He said, "Oh." So he was thinking that everything is bad, even if everybody else says it. You have to back and say, you are the bad one.
Yeah, good.
And he was dying. She was dying to have such a kid. She was old. So her children were adult, and she said that I killed to have one of my children be like this, naughty.
Yeah.
So that's what children do, and that's why we love them. They do things that it's not necessarily logic, but adorable.
Yeah, no, great story. Yeah, that's good. Antonio?
Yes.
Yeah, please, a comment, a reaction to the story, or a story about your daughter.
Yeah, this is history about the children. I remember one in the school where my child is learning, and a teacher told us that one child has one girl, 5 years old, have a boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
Yes. The teacher asked her what the father says about about this, and she tell her that his father is going to kill the boy. Something like that. Yeah, it was funny because the children doesn't hide anything.
Yeah, no, that's great. And of course, this is an expression that we say all the time in English. It's like, "Oh, I'm going to kill him." Yeah. But when the child repeats it, it sounds so shocking. Yeah. Great.
My father is going to kill him.
Yeah, great. And Ahmad, a comment from you?
Yeah, I think children who teach us lessons sometimes, and we learn. Yeah, because we don't see how good or how bad we are, but they are acting like a mirror. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they show us ourselves.
Yeah. No, great job. Great job, everybody. Wonderful comments. You could have written those comments down and sent them into Chicken Soup for the Soul. Some great stories that could be added to the book. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the class now because I'm teaching again right away. But again, super participation. It was wonderful to hear all of your comments, and congratulations on the hard work to understand the story and to pick up on and understand the humor and sarcasm in the story. I know it was pretty advanced. So great job, everybody. And well, I'll be back in a minute, but if I don't see you next time.
Thanks.
Remember, come to my Facebook page.
Bye.
Give me some specific ideas on topics that you find interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.